Good morning, welcome. It's Sunday the 16th of February 2025. I hope this video finds you well. We have a little bit of sun in the UK. It's like a miracle, my goodness me. And yeah, I did look. Oh my goodness me, you could make that up. I actually was just about to say, wow, golden times are coming. Truth is coming. Yeah, I actually got this yesterday and I was looking into it myself and I was thinking, oh, the weather's getting better. And then it was that was the day before yesterday, and then it got gloomy. But when I was doing it, I basically had, the weather's going to completely change. And I was thinking, my goodness, perhaps we live in a hot country and we never even knew, because it's been like this for 100 years and Australia's cold. Wouldn't that be funny? I couldn't believe it. But now look, they're going to go back to the drawing board, okay? And I think it will become more normal. I think we're going to have a lot more sun by the looks of things without sun. Okay, it's going to evolve. Oh my gosh, are we going to feel happier? Whoa, we're going to be so surprised. I wonder what our real normal weather pattern is. Yeah, I think they've been messing about, unbeknownst to us. Full, look, hardship. Oh my goodness, we're going to have sunny days. That's rather exciting. So I just also want to mention that I was just doing another reading on food prices. And now, first of all, I did, what was it? Bills, and I think I got that would improve. And then I did food prices. Very strange, because I actually had a tower and it what looks like a military card, or it could just be to do with moving food around, and that creates a tower moment. Could it be to do with stopping imports? But then you think that would make food go up in this country, in your own countries. But it did say weight. I did get weight. Okay, teach. Okay, so maybe lessons can be learned. But then I felt what was a new beginning. Much more affordable. Prices should be either smaller or we'll have more money in our pocket and we'll be feeling more comfortable. So that was a gist. But to get a tower for food prices coming down, it's almost like perhaps the structure just falls, because it's a very dramatic card for food prices to just come down. So that's what I had. I'm going to quickly look into that now. Wondering why there is a tower for food prices coming down. Or is it that it's such a shock? Do you know, there was a talk a long time ago when they used to say that food prices would go back to like the 1950s. Well, this is all new territory, so this is something we're not used to, or it's going to be very unfamiliar to us when this happens. Now, it's very interesting because actually that man is standing and looking over at the sort of water's edge, and there's boats there. But he's watching the boats, but I'm not sure he's actually, going to come in contact with the boats, which means I wonder if maybe the tower is a revelation of we do less shipping imports. We start growing our own. How are we going to get oranges? Oh my goodness, I've just had a thought. What if our country was meant to be hotter and we could grow our own? It seems a bit far-fetched. But these cards are both very positive and golden. Trust. This could be a new journey, something we were not expecting, okay? Something could just change. Okay, trusting a new journey, a new path. How extraordinary. Now, I don't know when this is going to happen, because this could happen in a while. Who knows at this point? Yes, this has been extremely difficult for all of us, okay? Oh my goodness. Okay, with these cards, I kid you not, I literally feel like the food prices have been a bit exaggerated and they didn't need to be. I just feel that with these cards. I literally feel like we've been stabbed in the back. I kid you not. That's what I think it's about. This is about fairness. That's another thing I got. Okay, so people are going. This will help. Not going to be doing things in the same way. It feels like reversing, and it's to do with knowledge. So is there some kind of knowledge that comes out? Truths come out perhaps about the structure, what's been going on, about this is making a lot of money. Okay, it could even be that we've been sort of a bit blindsided, to be honest. It feels like I don't know. I've got a lot of big cards now. I've got justice. I wonder what will happen. It feels like they have exaggerated the prices when they never needed to, or something. It feels like something's not quite as it seems. And I do have justice, which is fairness. So in the end, I think that, and balanced as well with the Lovers. So it will be much fairer and balanced. And they're major cards. So what on earth has been going on, I don't know. And this almost feels like perhaps as well, the white hats getting to the bottom of it, exposing it perhaps. Yep. It gets bigger and bigger. The more I look into it, it gets bigger and bigger. We are going to be feeling way more comfortable, and this is our environment. So we could be like doing a lot less imports, if that is what it's to do with. Okay, I don't entirely know, but she is in a sort of in her own environment, and she's comfortable, and she has plenty of money. Fantastico. It's a huge situation. Okay, it's huge. I have St. George's Cross here. It's a huge situation. Isn't it weird how suddenly the world starts to change as soon as President Trump got back in? Everything starts to change. Wow. It's almost like we couldn't see it and now we can. Those blindfolds are going to come off, and I think everyone's going to start feeling quite surprised. And I think we're going to actually find out we've been had. I kid you not. It's just the gut feeling I'm getting. I also think it could be something to do with that we should have always been feeling more comfortable and being able to buy what we need, and we couldn't. As if something's going to transpire. Like I keep saying, I feel like we've been had. Okay? Like we take the blindfold off. I also think that in a way with that card, it's going to be like they're going to be ring fenced. They've got nowhere to go. Yeah. I think they've made an awful lot of money off of us. This is knowledge. We are going to get a lot of knowledge. We're going to find out. The dots are going to start to connect, which is what's happening right now. He's exposing things slowly. Right, so he's exposing. Put my teeth in. Is it Dodge, or Dodgy? I'm going for Dodgy, actually. Let's call it Dodgy. What experiments they're doing on animals. You know, they never had to say this. So this is the White Hats and President Trump exposing this. They're telling the world, this is where money's been spent. This is where things are going. And we're now cutting everyone off. What was it? NSAID. Cutting off NSAID. I don't know how, it's initial, isn't it? Funds. Yeah, I've been looking at the papers. Only briefly, I don't read all the articles. Just to get the headlines. Wow. Dodge or Dodgy? I'm going for Dodgy. So Dodgy, disgusting what they've been doing with these poor monkeys. Absolutely unbelievable. this is like probably your fears, your worst fears, and it's coming to the surface. So you're starting to see what goes on that you don't see. This is a treacherous journey. Oh, goodness me. Ugh, there's animals in this picture. Ugh, I don't want to look anymore. It's like they don't know what's ahead. Oh, that's horrible. I wish I hadn't seen that. Okay, I just want to know that in the future the animals will be looked after and protected. Don't really want to look at too many cards. It's the thing when you ask something and then you see, oh, thank goodness, I'm so happy about that. That actually made me feel a bit emotional, to be honest, because I think they're so cruel. Sorry, I don't normally get upset, but just when you read about it, you just think they're so horrible. How can you do that? What do they say about people who hurt animals? Yeah, I don't need to say it, you know. Okay. Or cruel. Now, that didn't have to be exposed, okay? So it's obvious. This is the Hermit card. This is the knowledge, and I got that last year. This is a part, it's going to get worse. You can see it, can't you? And what did I get? I'm sort of jumping around here because I started a video yesterday and stopped it. My alarm went off and so I'm going to sort of pick out bits here. Hold on. Food prices. Okay, so yeah, I've done that. I think this is only the beginning. So I'm not reading any more about Dodgy. What else do I have here? Sorry, as I'm still recording. So JD Vance did a speech. This is it. That's what I want to talk about next. So basically, the truth community constantly say, no, there won't be an EBS. No, of course not. Why did you say there would be one in the first place? Because that's when I jumped on. You know, at the end of the day, I got my knowledge from the truth community. And so, you know, if you knew that, why didn't you say that 5 years ago? No, there won't be one. No. Anyway, I beg to differ. I'll tell you why. Because JD Vance did a wonderful speech. Basically, the UK is in the, I'm going to swear, and you never hear me swear, but I'm going to because it's just a saying. The UK is in the SHIT. Excuse my French, but we are. And as if we don't know it. Go woke, go broke. We know. We are in deep in it, okay? Now, but apparently the next day, my cousin told me that apparently the BBC and the mainstream media mocking him. Of course they would. Of course they would. They're being exposed for who they are, but still people sit in front of their favourite British Broadcasting Corporation and believe every flipping word they hear. So this brings me back to the truth community saying that there won't be an EBS. Well, I kid you not. First of all, mainstream media, then when they said it's going to just come out in the papers, yes, it is coming out in the papers, but I think this is only the beginning. Oh, I think this roller coaster hasn't even gone up the hill yet. And the mainstream media are not playing ball, okay? I don't know how much of it is and how much of it isn't, but they're not really playing ball unless they've been told not to play ball and it's all one big game. But they're not playing ball. So how on earth do you expect them to expose everything that needs to be exposed? No, it's not going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. They're not going to do it. They're not playing ball. So unfortunately, it's kind of going to take something like an EBS because otherwise it would be a complete disservice to adults and children of the world. Okay, it would be a complete disservice. Now, in my opinion, and pets. Now, so therefore, I don't know why they say that, and I also don't know how they all know the same thing. Anyway, I'm sticking to my story. It's not because I want to be proven right. I just think, wow, if it ended today, just little bits coming out in the newspaper. Well, how's that going to be the golden age? How's that going to be like, how are we going to heal There's so much that needs to come to the surface, because if it doesn't come to the surface, and maybe that's what the moon is, the ugly truths coming to the surface. If it comes to the surface, you can heal. If half the people don't read the papers or are asleep, they just pick up the newspapers, they read the article and they go, oh, that's bad. They just get on with their day and they've forgotten about it. See what I mean? It would take something like an EBS and 10 days of those trials or whatever for people to actually, it's got to be to wake up. So it's got to be the same as when they started COVID. That was a major life-turning moment for the whole world. That was a judgment day and a tower. We need the same thing, because you can't reverse it if you don't really make the world stand up and say, oh my goodness, this is what's been going on. I've got people in my own family who don't believe a flipping word I say. And they're still reading the newspapers, but still see little bits or whatever. They don't see it. They don't see what we see. So at the end of the day, I think, and then also, if it was only going to come out in the newspapers, what was the point of the Q drops? What was the point of saying there'll be 10 days of disclosures? Now, then my friend said, well, they're meant to confuse you because you confuse the other side. Well, I get that, but then what's the point of the truth in the first place? They should have none of it, and we should just be all in the dark and not having a clue what's going on. Basically, I don't really understand it, to be quite frank, but I still think with what I've just seen, which my friend kindly sent to me a post from Baron Trump, and he says the mainstream media, they're gonna have a shock, because he pointed out every single thing that needs to come out, and it was a tweet, everything's coming out, and the mainstream media, and he said very soon they're not going to be able to stop this. They're going to be, I don't know, one big giant exposure. And I've always felt this is what needs to happen. Oh, yes. I feel like it's spring. It could be 4 days, 4 weeks, or it feels like spring. It feels like spring and it's on its way, and he's not wrong. Oh, yeah, this is all about truth. And this could probably be in I don't know how the newspapers are going to print it when they don't want to print anything. Or, I don't know, are they going to force them somehow? I have no idea, but that's about truths coming out. Oh my goodness, yeah. A lot of truths, research truths, people being held to account. Things to do with the past, okay? I don't know if they're going to be, how they're going to persuade them to do this. I don't really understand it, to be honest. Maybe I have no idea. But that looks like maybe that's the turning point. Is that the turning point? Agree, some kind of agreement. Is that the turning point? Is that a turning point? Is that like the first big exposure? I've got kind of yes. This could be like, now we're on the path. Now we see clearly. This is what's going on. Big announcement, light bulb moment about everything to do with our environment. And it may not make us feel at ease. I think what we're going to find out, I don't know. It could be that could be that it's unavoidable, okay? And so I do wonder, based off of that, which apparently is the next thing to happen, I wonder then, oh yeah, also Labour, Labour's meeting with Trump. I don't think I need to ask about that. But I just wanted to say that I'm wondering if that then springboards to some kind of EBS, because also you can see, okay, sorry, it's because I've got all these little notes. Yesterday, I've got to add this, sorry, because I don't want to keep putting 100 cards. Yesterday I asked, what about the golden age? Is this it? Is this as good as it gets? And I got sun, major card, great happiness, blessings. I mean, it's the best card you can have. Major card, life-changing. So golden age is absolutely going to be golden. Oh, it's going to be way bigger than just it ends today and this is as good as it gets. It's going to be, you're going to be so happy with that card, but it might take a while because that's a major card. But what I was going to say is you can see that, yes, President Trump is going to meet with Labour. Keir Starmer, you know, what's he going to do? Is he going to hold them to account? Are they all going to start to comply? However, oh yes, and also I got the rest of the world, same kind of thing's going to happen for all of us. We're all going to happen at the same time, kind of thing. So don't think you're going to be left behind. But my point is, because of all of that, I can't help wonder if, you see, that's another thing. What about the quantum back system? If you don't have an EBS, you suddenly, oh, actually, we're just going to decide to bring out this new thing. It's called the quantum back system, actually, and if it's true, you know what I mean? You start asking so many questions. If you don't have an end and a new beginning, how on earth are you going to implement all these huge changes for the world? That's the bit I don't understand. So I'm going to actually ask about that in a minute. So, yeah. So maybe I'll do the EBS at the end. I always do the EBS. I just wonder if we'll get to a point where maybe all the governments will sort of say, yes, we've been very naughty. And then at that point, perhaps, you know, they've exposed enough. They've prepared everybody enough. Could it be then that it happens? Okay, so the next thing is, so I'm going to actually move on then to this. This is the things we've been told. So this is where I get my information from. I got my information from the truth community because this is how I begun. So I then check, oh, is that true? Oh, is that true? And then I found out things were true. So I'm going to check again. So quantum, we were told we would get quantum phones. Oh, I can't wait. Save me money. I won't have to get another iPhone. That has got to be the biggest, I'm sorry, iPhones. They upgrade them, so you're just paying £1,000 every time you upgrade, basically, or you just keep upgrading for the same thing, better camera, but look at the money you're paying. And then you think, okay, I'm going to keep my old phone out of principle, because this is just ridiculous. But then they start not making the apps. So you can't keep your iPhone 5 or whatever you might have. You have to keep upgrading. It's just a circle of money. Everything's about money. It never flipping ends. So, oh, that's going to change. Oh, yippee! That's a major card. That's a big change. Wheel of Fortune. Your fortunes might change. Yes, definitely. Definitely, I see that. I shouldn't say definitely. My teacher says no absolutes. But it looks pretty flipping great with a Wheel of Fortune. New beginnings for the world. To do with as well finances, abundance, all sorts. Now, the quantum. What about where's my quantum phone? Are we going to have quantum phones in 2025 or 2026? Are we even going to have them? Oh, look, looks like we're going to be given them. Oh, look! There is something. There is something. There is something. I think, right, this is my feeling, okay? New beginnings. It's a cloud. I think this cloud's here. I think that there's so much technology that we have no idea about. This is an agreement. Definitely not at the moment. No, we're not having them at the moment. It won't happen yet. It will happen when this all comes to a conclusion, I think. Will we be given a quantum phone in the future? Quantum phone or iPhone? Which one would you choose? And energy. Aren't they supposed to be fast as well? Fast. Ooh, looks like we could have an offer on this little cloud here. Ooh, fast. Yes, they're meant to be fast. Are they to do with the military? Something physical. She's holding something physical. Interesting. Interesting. Fascinating. I want one, please. It's agreement. I think a lot of things have to. This is a renewal. This is temperance. This is the way forward. This almost feels like perhaps not just yet. I feel like a lot of things have to happen first. Then it feels like then that's like our new world. Temperance, amazing, renewal, healing, technology, that kind of thing. So maybe not yet. I think maybe much more has to happen before that's even... And sadly, maybe that's the same thing with the med beds. We've all been waiting for this amazing technology with the med beds. Maybe those are the sort of things that will happen right after all of this, which is a shame because some people are really waiting and depending on them. Well, the med beds come out in 2025. Well, this is amazing technology, I have to be honest. This is out of this world. This is like magic. They are like magic. They are amazing. This is activating the energy. So they are amazing. Amazing. Difficult. Undecided. Difficult. They've probably got too much going on right now. They've got to finish things. I do feel that. But I hope the finish is quick. Because if the finish is long... You're going to wait a long time for these med beds, okay? You know, you've got big pharma standing in your way at the moment as well, you see. But, you know, if they did an EBS in a month, you could have massive changes for the world by spring. It depends, you know, when they suddenly decide to say, right, done, end it. Okay. Perhaps... Until they've sorted things out, they're not ready to tell you about announce a med bed, but they are amazing. I hope it's not too far away. While I'm talking, obviously, I did this before, smart meters. Well, they want me to have a smart meter. They can think again. Think again, love. Smart meters. I feel like they're pushing them on us, okay, because they want us to have it, but I genuinely feel I've only got one card, I genuinely feel more natural energy is going to come along. It's going to be a new scenario, something energetic. It's something energetic because this is energy, okay? New growth, could be spring, maybe something else comes along that we don't even think about, smart meters. I think that could be coming to an end. I feel like that's part of the old plan. Smart meters, smart anything, I genuinely think it's part of the old plan. In fact, I'm going to look into that. Will everything smart be phased out soon? Just go with the flow. It could be just sudden and something happens spontaneously, sudden, unexpected. Oh, now I don't have them in an order, so it might be more difficult to see. I don't know. I think that one was next. Smart meters. Oh, well, let me tell you, I have two major cards. Okay. It feels like new beginnings. More creative. More out of this world with the stars. This is kind of more... Definitely more creative. What are we talking about? Anything smart. This feels like smart was definitely a thing of the past. Is definitely will be a thing of the past. Because that journey is going into the past, okay? And then it feels like we heal. And then perhaps things are exposed. And then this could be like destiny, things you've been waiting for, things out of this world. Like, could be even quantum energy with that. And we don't need this smart stuff anymore because that's way bigger than smart. I can tell you that for a fact. And this could be very different water as well. I don't think water's got anything to do with Smart meter, smart. I can't think off the top of my head. Okay, I'm just going to pull one of these then. Smart meters. Will anything smart be a thing of the past? I don't remember what I got before. Well, tell them when they knock on your door, say, go away! In fact, go and hide in the cupboard. Tell them you're not there. Pretend you're not there. Hide. Just hide anywhere. Hide in your bunker. Protection. I'm only joking when I say bunker. I hope I don't cause offence. I just think of the most random thing on the top of my head. Right, here we go. So there you go. Then the last one, 5G towers. That was obviously a thing of the past. 5G with all the dodgy. Yeah. Now, does that not work out? Or have they already been changed? Because yes, they're either going to be done or they've already been changed. Smart meters. Sorry, I'm saying the wrong thing. 5G towers I was talking about. Whoa! I feel like they put their foot down, or they will put their foot down. This is give up. So something happened or something's going to happen. And the truth will come out about all of that. Probably. I don't know if it's been changed or it's about to be changed. This is kind of abandonment. So I wonder if at some point they had to be abandoned, or they will be abandoned, or they were changed. And then we don't know perhaps yet. It could even be that. I feel potentially it could be the government wanted it and it's been pushed away, or because it was going to be sort of perhaps something that wasn't going to be beneficial to us in a way. It could even be that the white hats have shut it down and rejected it, and now we are going to be more protected. I see the infinity symbol. What am I talking about? 5G towers. Yeah, energy. Then I don't think they're a particularly good thing. However, I now have it like this. So hopefully this is better health. So ending that doesn't feel like ending that sort of that's energy, but ending that kind of phase of energy, new direction, something way better. Or were they wise and they got in there and changed something? Did they change something and they went in a new direction? Did they change something? They went back to the drawing board and they collaborated. We may not know this. This could have already been done. Look. Yeah, I think there's been a switch, or there is going to be a switch. And there's a white hat. And that's for your better health. Something that's been switched, or they're going to be switched, and we won't be having them because they don't think they are very good for us. They could be really... I have to be careful what I say. Not so great for your thought processes, because that was a 10 of Swords and that's your thought processes. This is an ending. Could be emotional change. Oh my goodness me, with the moon. I wonder if it could, that's how it could affect you. I wonder if it has an effect on you. As they were. Because I can't say it, but I've heard not great stories. Even apparently when you put your phone up to your ear, that's supposed to be detrimental. Balance. Time to find balance in your life. Balance. Have they been balanced? Are they balanced now? Have they changed something? I've got recharge on the bottom. Heal. Fantastic. So if it hasn't happened, hopefully it's going to happen pretty soon. So, I've got to add this one. This is funny. Universities can't say... I don't know why I've just randomly put this one in, because I had to look at the paper and I was laughing to myself. Universities can't say the golden age. I mean, they're just laughing now. This has become a joke, isn't it, really? Universities can't say golden age. Next thing, they won't be able to... You can call me golden. I'm in the golden age. I couldn't give a hoot. Most of us got a sense of humour. That's one thing we were known for in the UK. You're supposed to have a good sense of humour. Maybe a daft sense of humour. Dry sense of humour. We have a sense of humour. We can take it. So what? It can't say purple rinse. They're taking you for a flipping idiot. Look. They're taking you for an idiot. Oh my goodness me, the fool. Oh, no way. Of all the cards, they're taking us for flipping fools. They're mocking us. Honestly, he's a bit old. I'm sure he doesn't mind being called Golden Age. In fact, it's quite the irony. Gold here, yellow, gold there. You can age gracefully and beautifully, and we can all take it. Honestly, you've got to laugh sometimes at the cards. The Fool, Queen of Pentacles, patience. Give it time. It's their rules, their way, the highway. Patience, wait, and there's golden coins there. So maybe we can still say Golden Age at some point. I don't know what's going to happen to these universities, seriously, but oh my goodness me. Oh, I have one card left that I didn't pick up. Oh, Golden Age, look at that, beautiful. I do remember, and I said this story before. This is the Golden Age, and I've got it again. I said I got the Sun yesterday. The Golden Age. It's the best card in the pack, and it's a major card, so hard to shift. Yippee! This is just the beginning. We're heading for extreme happiness. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to pinch yourself. And I know it doesn't feel like it now, but when it does happen, it's going to be like, oh my goodness, this can't be the world we're living in. But universities, I do remember when my cousin went to Russell, and I kid you not, it was just after, I think, COVID, and the man on the stage doing the speech, I kid you not, he started talking about conspiracy theories. No, you're talking about that? And it's a major university as well, like a major one. Oh my goodness me. No wonder they all think we're daft. If, these very high intellectuals are being told that at uni. These people are twats, don't listen to them. But it just seems so strange at that moment of celebration to start talking about conspiracy theories. Bizarre. I wonder what will happen to unis. That's all going to end. That's all going to end. This is getting silly, to be honest. It's going to end. New beginnings. I think there'll be new beginnings for universities at some point. Or they'll... Oh, yes. They will. No. No. Pushy. It could be pushiness. Okay, so will there be a change? Yep, completely, 100%, a complete U-turn. Completion, end of an era. Blimey, I was a bit shocked to see that. So my last one of the day. This is a long reading, but I'm glad I got to the bottom of all of it. It feels really positive. Super duper exciting, and thank you, President Trump. It was flipping amazing. I would have liked it to have been done and over by the 20th of January, but if you have to do the beginning a little bit softly to wake up the sleepers, then fair be it. But I still believe my gut, and I don't mind if I'm wrong, I just feel that it works better to have some kind of EBS, major disclosure. Then you could go to the Golden Age and heal. Like, the world could be such a beautiful place. But this way, when you've got every infrastructure is wrong, movies, adverts, pharma, universities, schools, hospitals, cures, governments, everything. The whole thing is just so messed up that you do need to start from scratch if you are going to have the Golden Age. And if you are going to have the Golden Age, my feeling is there has to be a stop and a beginning, a new beginning, a proper new beginning. And why shouldn't they get their heroes welcome as well? If they've worked this hard behind the scenes, why shouldn't they get an accolade from the world? Because, it's just my gut feeling. If I was running things, not that I would be, That is what I would expect to happen. And it could just be me hoping this would happen this way. Like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel it would make a lot of sense to do it. I keep getting nature, and I'm wondering if something happens in the spring. We kept getting winter for labour. Well, it could be a little bit delayed. I mean, there's only, 2 weeks left of February. Let's see. Will there be some kind of emergency broadcast or 10 days of disclosure, those kind of things where the world stands up and sees really what's been going on other than the mainstream media? Okay, so when the time's right, when the time is right for the hidden information to come out, okay, oh blimey, okay, everything to do with the past, okay, so is this why I'm getting this? Because, we're getting, that we're not meant to know this? Is this why it's being shut down? Is this information being shut down deliberately? Because this is being shut down. I do have a yes. Although it sort of clashes a bit, but will we have that? That's a tricky one. I kind of feel like yes, but I'm a bit confused as to why it's being shut down as a possibility of a no. I have a completion. Does the world need to wrap itself up first? There will be a big change though, 100%, I can tell you that with the world. I'm just going to pull a few and see what comes along. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's because, unfortunately, perhaps we're not meant to entirely know everything anyway, and I understand that. However, what I do think is, because so many people are unaware of what is going on in the world, I do think there has to be a moment of clarity with the tower. It has to crumble. I've said this so many times. It has to crumble, and it has to crumble badly. And if they don't crumble it, it will be crumbled in a way. Like this, sometimes when you don't want to change something, the tower comes along and makes you have to change it. So I'm wondering if, the roof has to blow in a way, not literally, but it has to, in order, to look at something with in a new way. Now, how that's delivered, is it an EBS? Is it an announcement? I don't know, but there is, for the world, going to be things exposed that we had no idea about, and it will be very shocking. Okay, and that's the best I've got. Will it be on your phones, an EBS? I hope so. There'll be a moment where we'll stop and reflect. There will be a pause. There'll be a stop at some point. A stop. And then what happens, I don't know. Right, last one or last couple. I've got a few here, and that one's fallen out as well. Okay. Oh. She's all about the truth. She holds people to account. I don't entirely know. I'd like to say yes, that it's still there. I have yes, it's still there. Maybe we're not, they're trying to pull it back or play it down. Maybe because they've got to decide, and this is collaborating, and I know this is justice because it's marked. Yeah. So maybe we're not meant to know their entire plans. This is still conflicted. Perhaps things are still going on. I get a feeling they're not sure when to end this thing. But I do feel that when it ends, however it's done, I still think there'll be a massive change, okay, for the world. I think the world will stand still. Whether it's delivered on an EBS or it's some kind of shock happens and then there's some kind of announcement. It has to be an announcement of some sort. There just has to be. I think we'll find that out at that time. Okay. It feels like sort of a bit sort of on the quiet, and maybe that's why I'm just not kind of getting a absolute concrete sort of answer as such. But there will be a new beginning. There will be diplomacy, fairness. It will be done fairly, balanced. Things will become back into balance, and a new beginning. But to be honest, there has to surely be that tower before that. So how is that tower then calmed down to the people? You would think there would be some kind of major announcement on your phone, wouldn't you, really? Don't think the mainstream media are going to be doing it. Family is everything. Reconnect with them and tell them you love them. That's very strange. Family. Do we stay home with our families? Meditate. I think there's going to be time for reflection. That's what I think it's going to be about. How it's delivered. Maybe I'm not meant to know. Maybe it's going to be a surprise. But there will be a tower moment. Just know that. There you go. So I've got music. What do you know? What do you know? Spring. Oh, I'm quite excited now. Oh, maybe I don't need to do Mad March. Oh, can't wait. Maybe this could be, actually, this should be then for Mad March. I'm going to call it Marvellous March, as somebody said in the comments. Thank you. I don't think I need to do one. I've covered everything. Now we're just waiting for music. That's either an EBS or a celebration. Nature, spring. Family. Looks like we're going to be with our families at some point, reflecting and meditating, wondering what the heck's been going on with the world. Positive, amazing, exciting. So who cares at this point, as long as it's positive. Heal. Yippee. We're going to heal. I mean, these cards are fantastic. I'm going to show them to you in case you can't zoom in quickly. You can pause it and then you can read it. May not be every word. You know, it might just take one word and not the other words. Family. Oh, here comes Milo. Milo, you're in the way. What's that? Meditate. He's come to say, yeah, it's going to be a great new world. Yes. We don't have to worry about you becoming extinct or not being allowed in the garden because the bigwig said you can't because you've got to protect the birds. Yeah, but they're quite happy to put down fake grass and encourage fake grass so the birds have no habitat anymore. Talk about hypocrites. They'll say anything to get a narrative, won't they? Ruin your life. Don't let you have any nice food. Take away your pets. Oh, yeah, we know exactly. Why am I spoiling it now? I should have left it there and it was so exciting and happy. Well, there you go. Maybe it's lessons to be learnt. There's a mark on there. Protection. Don't worry, you'll be okay, Milo. You can still go in the garden. It says so. Anyway. Yay! Wait. It's coming. Have a great day and thank you for watching. I'm going to call this Marvellous March. Bye now.